Today we're in Dallas, Texas, where Taryn Whiteaker has given Halloween her signature twist. Dramatic, playful, and beautifully imagined.
So this little pop-up jack-o'-lantern is one of the things that our kids picked out last year. They like to add one new element every single year to Halloween, and this little guy was from last year. And if you get close, it really will pop up and scare you. But I will not do that to you today. It gets me every time.
In her courtyard, floating witch hats set the stage for an evening of enchantment, while a striking black and white tablescape proves spooky can be every bit as stylish.
So I wanted this stand-up centerpiece on this table so that we could put dry ice in the center of it that will just cascade down over the centerpiece and over the table. It is a very easy way to add a very fun, moody Halloween look and a little spooky. It's something all your guests will love no matter the age.
Known for her love of DIYs and bold design, Taryn shows us that Halloween magic doesn't have to be all fright. It can be elevated, elegant, and endlessly creative. You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. I'm Allison Kenworthy, the founder of Homeworthy, and we take you inside the world's most beautifully decorated homes and introduce you to the brilliant people who live there.
Hi Homeworthy, I'm Liz Lang. Welcome to Grey Gardens.
Click the join button below to access all of our latest episodes ad-free and watch extended cuts of this and other homes, opening the doors to new rooms and exclusive content featuring our beloved hosts.
I can't wait to see, I'm so excited.
And if you're looking to shop items inspired by this and other Homeworthy tastemakers, be sure to use the product links below or scan the QR code on screen to find fabulous furniture, coffee table books, and accessories that can transform your house into a home.
Hi Homeworthy, I'm Taryn and welcome to my home in Dallas that I have all decorated for Halloween. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Taryn Whiteaker, owner of Taryn Whiteaker Designs, and welcome to my home in Dallas, Texas. I would define my style as something that is a true mix between very clean, modern lines, but also really unique, rustic pieces that bring in a lot of natural elements to a space. I have always found myself to lean a little bit more on the modern side, and I always stick with neutrals, but with that, I feel like you can take your own personal style and really adapt it to the architecture and the style that you are living in at that moment. My husband and I both grew up in the Seattle area. We were born and raised there, and we had all of our kids there, and we decided 3 years ago to take a huge leap and move to Dallas. And growing up in Washington, my mom was big on holidays. Everything was decorated from Christmas and Thanksgiving. There was always a cycle of seasonal decor, and I really learned a lot about decorating and making your home feel so warm and inviting to others from my mom, and that's something that I've really tried to carry on within my own adulthood. I love the art of creating. When it comes to seasonal decor, I actually really gravitate towards decorating outdoor spaces. I love the idea of someone walking up your entryway, whether it's a simple porch or walkway, and having that ooh-ah moment of what's that? And oh my gosh, this is so cool. So that's something that I've really tried to incorporate with our seasonal decor, is focusing on that first impression moment and what are trick-or-treaters gonna see when they're walking up to your doorway? What are these fun little elements that they get to experience? So that's something that I've really tried to incorporate. When we moved to Dallas, one thing I was not prepared for was how big Halloween is here. Our neighborhood goes all out, and I will tell you, I was very underprepared the first year we lived here. So ever since then, we have slowly been adding more elements and more pieces to our holiday decor. Our kids every year say, what are we gonna add this year, Mom? So we let them help pick out one big item to include in our holiday decor. So it ends up being a really fun family event for decorating for the holidays.
Welcome to the Halloween experience in our home. When we first saw this home and I walked through this gate and I saw this courtyard, the first thing I thought about was all the fun things that we could do for the holidays in here. We've decorated this space. I've built this bench for our entryway, and I hope to make a second one because I actually loved it so much. And this is this part that I love to experience every season with. As we walk into the main courtyard, I hung the string lights up here probably within the first couple months of us moving in because I just wanted this very cafe feeling, this very modern European style home. And I love every night when these lights turn on because it just creates this magical glow throughout this space. Every Halloween, I hang the witch hats for this very Harry Potter feel. One of these days, I feel like I need to add all the candles hanging in here too. But for now, this just gives it such a very cool, unique look for Halloween. And I love it when the wind gusts and all the hats kind of blow throughout this space. It just makes it really fun and unique. In the center of the courtyard, we have this beautiful fountain. It's original to the home and I will never get rid of it. It is just this charming sound and feeling when you walk in here. I love that it kind of has that modern French country look to it, and it just gives this whole space just a very charming and magical feeling with the lights, the fountain, and all the stone. I just love the architecture of this house so much. Over the years, I have added just a lot of greenery here, but one thing about Texas is that it is very hard to keep things green any time of year. So I have found the perfect faux trees and bushes that I love, and I bet you'd never know that all of these trees are fake in here. So that's one little hack of design, that it doesn't always have to be real. You can find things that also look classy and stylish to give your home just that extra lush feeling all year round. I built a custom planter box here and then filled it with my favorite faux trees. And then I found an outdoor mirror to put out here that really mimics the architecture of our windows and the panes and the arches that we have on all of our doors. I just felt like it really went with the whole exterior of our house and added this design element so that we don't have this big blank wall out here. So this little pop-up jack-o'-lantern is one of the things that our kids picked out last year. They like to add one new element every single year to Halloween, and this little guy was from last year. And if you get close, it really will pop up and scare you. But I will not do that to you today. It gets me every time. Now, if you dare, we'll come in for a little bit more of the Halloween decor.
To watch an extra 50 minutes of Taryn's Halloween Homeworthy episode, scan the QR code or click join below. Enjoy! This fall, Homeworthy is all about the season's magic. We're stepping inside homes transformed by autumn's colors, where pumpkins aren't just decorations, they're statements.
We went to the auction in Pennsylvania and brought 4,000 pumpkins back, and I have them all on my stoop, and the neighbor's stoop, and the other's neighbor's stoop, and the other neighbor's stoop, and my backyard.
Where shadows and candlelight mingle to create a hint of spookiness, and every corner tells a story.
And so the theme of this was friends are coming over for a nice dinner. It clearly turned into a bit of a bloodbath. We have some candles and some transitional pieces throughout. There's like teeth and guts.
From extraordinary Halloween displays to cozy gatherings at home, We'll explore spaces that feel both enchanting and inviting.
For the tablescape today, I really wanted to capture all these deep sort of jewel tones for fall. These gorgeous reds and deep purples. They really are rich and inviting.
Plus, in the kitchen, we're celebrating the flavors of the season with dishes that bring warmth, comfort, and a touch of whimsy to the table.
Remember that fall isn't just about the foliage changing, but it's about the mood changing even in the house. And that has to do even with what you're cooking, right? So today we're going to make a really moist, fabulous apple cake.
So light the candles and enjoy our autumnal series, because nothing says home like a little spook and a lot of heart. You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.